Hello there, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Well, now it's time to pick things up, to take care of myself, to take care of yourself, what you gotta do, and to recognize, hey, when people are going against you, that it's not the end of the world, that you don't have to feel like this is a mission, an uphill battle that you have to face. Recognize, grab that negative energy, bring it to you and say, okay, wait a minute, this negative pull that I feel to accomplish this next job, this next certification, now beyond college, what's the next step? Recognize that negative illusion of an uphill battle, pull it down so that way you level up, right? What does that mean? So, right, studying, of course, when you pass certifications, that's a big help for you. It's a big way to move forward. But then thinking about, if I'm going to go up against my enemies, co-workers, anyone who's now trying to get the better jobs like me, trying to push themselves forward, are you the one that's going to settle in the driver's seat for something less? Or would you want to go for the next driver's seat that is something to get forward in life with, in a much better situation, right? Do you want to go from the Toyota to the Lamborghini, right? The Ford to the Corvette, right? I don't know my cars too well. But my point is, when you're ready to jump from one seat to the next, right? You want to jump into the next better car, ship, right? I play board games a lot, so right, of course I play a lot of imaginative games to where, okay, if you want to upgrade to your next level, right, you got to be willing to save some money, some tokens, whatever, to buy the next upgrade. So when you upgrade, taking on the next job, right, recognize that you can take on good jobs, better jobs, but then you got to have to upgrade your life, your surroundings, your life, upgrades for your better shoes, your health, right? The upgrades to always stay afloat, but the upgrades, don't let them fool you to think that you have to just get them all the time. You have to go out and participate in your own rescue and recognize, okay, let me go for walks today. Let me go and exercise a little bit here. Let me go and stand away from my desk so that way I feel some sense of reality, of being human in this moment today. Recognize that you can also be a survivor in your own story when you take the opportunity to grab the negative energy and bring it down and say, hey, I don't have to feel that negative energy, that pressure above that's coming after me. I'm right here in this moment. Everything's okay. I'm in my room. I'm studying. I'm ready to look for the next job, certification, the next book to read. I'm looking on the next thing to improve in my life, the next home to buy, and whatever it is that you're working on, real estate, I don't know, and you're looking at how to improve your media, how you stand in front of a crowd, how you are giving your speech in front of the audience, right? How you are delivering your message, whether you seem a little goofy, kind of off the center of the video, right off the screen, maybe even like me, just thinking about what's the next thing I'll say, right? Thing is, if you're good with talking on the spot, that's a skill. But recognize, that took a while for me even to perfect. For me to perfect, to say, hey, what's kind of helping me right now is the fact that I can see myself in the camera on the side right here, so that kind of guides me. But if that camera was not there, say it was to the side, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't see myself in front of the mirror or talking to this person right now. What do I look like? I'm just relying on my gestures, my facial expressions, my smiles, my anger, my view, the way I stand, how I look in front of other people in different places, right? Recognize that when you level up, when you're now taking a stand for yourself to say, hey, I'm going to improve my life, so better shirts, better hats, right? Newer glasses, right? Right, as you improving your health, you recognize that these improvements are a reflection of how you view yourself as well. Are you doing it to be selfish, to look and get the glamour of other people's attention? Or are you doing it authentically, healthily, so that way, hey, I need to really improve my life, get my health in order, so that way I'm not looking to look good in front of you, but honestly, I want to get healthy, I want to get strong, I want to get smart, I want to do this because it's something that is for me in my life, that I want now for me. And that's how you could separate yourself from being fake versus being real. And so when you are going for the better driver's seat, right, find the one that is real, not the one that is fake. Because if you're happy driving the Lamborghini, the Corvette, you're happy driving the next better vehicle, right? How much more happier are you going to be when you're in that driver's seat, getting past all of the negative obstacles that are in your way, So that way you say, hey, I don't have to feel so down right now. I don't have to feel so negative. I can move forward with the next driver's seat because I am so proud of how I'm moving in this direction. I am so proud to say, hey, I'm driving this car on the highway, driving this car in the city, driving this in this next location. I am happy, and this feels great. I am happy because I now have to take care of the other things in life, right? And I'm doing so in style. And so when you find your style in the next car seat, in the next driver's seat that you're now ready to purchase, you feel at peace and you're authentically living your life. And whether you feel that people are going to be jealous of how you are living your life and improving it, let them be jealous, right? You have gotten the next best car, the next best seat, the next best occupation, next environment in your life. You've built your new business. All right. Part of growth is that people are going to recognize, and when they discover what you've built, right, you cannot hide or control another person's emotions of how they feel about you, the feelings. You cannot control people. So you have to let them be the players that they are in the board game. Now, whether they want to come after you and attack you or whether they want to support you, that's all on them. Or be neutral, right? And if you recognize that you yourself can drive your car away from different cities, metaphorically speaking, you can drive yourself away and start in another location, right? Having other parts of your business grow, working for you, you recognize now that your kingdom is now expanding in the world. It's expanding to where now you are being in more working relationships with other people. You're leveling up. And now more people, they see your car, they see you, they want to say, hey, who is that counselor coming into my city? I've seen that guy, that lady come over every now and then. What's their business all about? Why do I see them coming over here on a Wednesday or a Saturday, right? And all of a sudden I'm noticing patterns. Recognize that the patterns in your life can really be used to your advantage, to where you go to a different city to build your business, your empire, as a reflection of you taking on the next driver's seat in your life. And so when you see that people are noticing you, the referral, the word of mouth is starting to happen, because now you're working in all these different cities. You're now working in all these different locations. You are now expanding your influence to other people to where they're saying, wow, that individual's really busy. I wonder what it'd be like to work with that individual, because it seems like other clients are really liking what they're getting from him. He seems to be honest. She seems to be a good counselor. She listens well. He listens well. However, I'm using the example of a counselor in this case. But whatever your profession is, all of a sudden people are starting to build that trust in you that you can work with them in any situation. And that is a wonderful thing to build up, as far as now you going out to different cities, communicating with other people. All right. Now, what about spreading your communication in different media, right? On different channels on the website, through text messaging, right? When you're sharing the word with other people, even on in a flyer, right, in the public space like a library, and you start to share your vehicle, your car, in front of the other places, and they say, wow, who is that famous person now that came to us today? That's a cool person that's coming out to offer their services for us, to say, hey, maybe they'll be here on Saturdays, and maybe that's where I want to be when I see this entrepreneur the next time. If I notice her presence, right, the fact that they're moving about and now I can catch them, you're now building interest. You're becoming magnetic. You're a mystery that is building in your favor, right? Because you have chosen to go for the next driver's seat that's moving faster, more colorful, the one that you are very happy and authentically happy to wear and drive each day, right? Because it's more than just cars, right? It's your health, it's your look, it's your smarts, it's your willingness to accept that you can have goodness in your life. When you let go of barriers that are holding you back from accepting that good, when you let go of the negativity to embrace more of that good, all of a sudden your image, the image, like the car, you're improving, you're happier, you're stronger. Even when negative people are trying to throw you off, you recognize that you can leave all that negativity at work. And that negativity does not have to hold you back, because that goodness is now stuck with you because you're accepting it. You've turned down all the negative barriers. You've turned down all the negative criticisms. You recognize that you got strength in this moment right now talking, you're sharing your thoughts with other people. And then if you do counseling like me, self-talk, that helps. So that's why I recommend to you, honestly, starting a YouTube channel of some kind, or start talking to yourself in a recording. So that way it's therapeutic because it's speech. You're alleviating the pressure. And I can't tell you how fun it is to talk about whatever topic I have in these videos. Point being, when you are improving your image, when you are looking better, healthier, you're smiling, people catch that energy. It's the energy, but it's a reflection from how you look. And so even when people are looking at you and you're like having a down day, if you want to stay low under the radar, okay, don't be caught. Stay under the radar so that way people don't go after you. But it depends. How do you want to play your board game? And if you're tired of living in fear, you want to be authentic, all right, live authentically and bear the consequences of when people are now going to go against you because of that authenticity. That's when you're genuine. And that tells me, and I've been to that, where I've had to let go of negative people in my life because they did not approve that genuinity. I'm messing up that word. My point is, when you're being genuine and people don't love you for who you are, it's their fault for not loving you. They have a closed heart. They hate themselves in some way. They are disguising their anger on you because then deep down within them, they don't love themselves. And that is a true thing that you have to understand. You cannot save everybody. You cannot be the hero for everyone that feels negative energy all the time. And that should be alleviating for you to understand. So when you are faced with a negative person, they hate themselves in some way. That should remind you not to give into their bitterness, but to hope that they find peace. Maybe you can offer it, but if they don't want to accept it, all right, leave them alone. Let them suffer, and they will find their way home. It's not your responsibility. You can pick up your pieces, your car. You are at the steering wheel. You can drive off and get away from toxic people. Same for the toxic people. They can go and drive off in different directions. When you have the wheels, it makes things easier, right? You got your 2 feet, your skills and abilities, makes things easier. So build your skills up, recognize that you can move away, and when you find that you are surrounded by negative people, let them be jealous. Let them face their negative energy. You don't have to save them. Let them face their negative energy, and you can get away and be happy of who you are. Something to think about. All right, everyone, I hope this video finds you well. Be happy with who you are, and if you find the next car that you like, drive it authentically. Be happy, right? Because it was what you wanted, not to be impressive, but to really be happy with the one you want. My favorite color is red or blue. So if you see me in a sports car of that color, you'll know who's driving that in the local town of my area. All right, everyone. Hope this video finds you well. Take care. Have a good one.